All right, so I'm going to give you the quick, speedy tour of Brush Ninja. You will be creating a little GIF animation that has to do with your country with some type of text greeting. So you can look in the example, you can say, "Welcome to your country." You can greet in the language of your country, whatever you want. There's some examples here. So, a few requirements: you have to have at least 15 frames in your animation. So, frames, you'll notice at the bottom of the animation, show up underneath. So we will use this duplicate feature to duplicate frames. You need 15 minimum, at least 15. You can always duplicate and change color or rotate. You need some type of background design. I used the flag of my country. You could use a landscape, like if you're doing the beach. Anything that relates. You can even do kind of a texture, make it interesting, make it go with your color palette and your whole website feel. So I'm going to quickly create a new animation, and we're just going to make the square canvas one by one. So you'll notice across the top, these are toolbars. Guys, you can only add one image, and we are going to do a background image. We don't have the pro option. So what you're going to do is you'll notice at the top, we have brush, we have shapes, text. These are lines, and this is the selection tool. So you can just kind of look around. A lot of the menus are really intuitive. This is a stroke or the line color, and this is a fill color. You can also use this eyedropper. Click on the little splat, and you can type in the code, any of the codes from your color palette if you want an exact shade. So you can edit and adjust any of those colors. And then we'll notice on the bottom, this is called onion skinning. I'll show you what that is. This is the speed of your animation, and this is the background. So I'm going to go ahead and click on select a background. Let's see if we do search. Last time I uploaded it, but we can just see what they come up with. All right. So maybe I want to choose this one, and I'm going to say set as background. This is Greece. I have the Greece flag. This goes well with my theme. So then what you're going to do at the bottom is you're going to press duplicate. So I'm going to start maybe and do, for this little animation, welcome, right? Welcome is my first word. So I'm going to go to the top and select text. You'll notice there's just a few fonts. There's not that many. Okay, you need a membership. We're not doing that. We're doing a free version. So select the type of font that you want. And then it's a little tricky to navigate fonts, but not that hard. So you'll have a basic size here, but you can always resize it. So I'm going to go ahead and start really large, and then it works kind of like a stamp. I'm going to click on the canvas, and I'm going to say welcome and say insert. This is kind of the stamp what I'm talking about. So I click once, and you'll notice if I keep clicking, it's going to keep stamping welcome. So it's pink, and I'm going to go ahead and say select. At this point, it becomes an object, and I can resize it. I can rotate it. I'm going to go ahead. I kind of like that sunset vibe. Now, this is where I want to walk you through frame rates and animation. So what I want to do is kind of make this welcome dance a little bit. So I'm going to duplicate the slide, and then this is where, and then maybe I'm going to rotate it to the left. When you select onion skin, it allows you to see very slightly the frames before it, so you can adjust. So you'll notice here, I'm going to duplicate, and then I'm going to select, and I'm going to rotate the other direction. It's a little hard to see on my background, but as you kind of play with it, you'll be able to see what's behind it so that you can make micro adjustments and then animate it the way you want. So here, welcome, yay. I'm going to decide too that I want this to have an outline. Again, I can even use the eyedropper and say pick color. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I have to let's pick a shade first. Maybe I want it to be pick. And then now, oops, I got to select it. All right. So I adjusted it. It gets a little darker. It's changing shades of pink. Again, yours will be cooler. So you can understand, I can toggle the onion skin on and off. You'll notice. All right. And then what you're going to do, welcome, and I can say to, right? Again, I can stamp my text. Well, obviously I don't want welcome there. So what I can do is double click, change it to be to. When I click on, I can also edit any of these And then using the plus sign, type in what I want. So if I go plus and I can say to, insert, that's a way you can do it too. And then you're stamping. The stamp kind of feature is a little weird, but you can always double click to edit your words. So I'm going to go ahead and make my to blue, and this is the one I don't need. I can simply press delete, move it into the middle. And then I'm going to show you really quickly how to add the building piece. So one of the requirements is that the name of your city or country needs to build the letters separately. So I'm going to go ahead and click the plus sign, and I'm going to put the whole word. So you're going to start with the entire, and maybe make it orange. Can we see the orange? Yeah, we'll try it out. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the letter to my country. Again, using the select tool, I can make it bigger, and this is what I want. Okay, so I would start by just stamping the name of your country. And what helps to have your text just kind of set on your canvas is to use the selection button. And after you type your text, click on select, and it kind of places it on the canvas. So what you're going to do is your first slide is going to have all the letters, and then what you're kind of sets the text box size, and then you can go back again and delete. And to set your text, click on select and then duplicate. And you're going to add your next letter, R, and then again, set your text, duplicate, E, and then set your text, duplicate, and then you are building out all the letters. And again, by selecting this, the select and move button, you'll notice it has a text box around it. And when I press select, it sets it on the page. So if you have trouble with your text kind of not really appearing correctly, make sure that you're setting it after each one. And then I'm going to go ahead and say C, set my text, and then duplicate, E, again, set, duplicate, and then exclamation, and then set. So now when I press play, welcome to Greece. And you'll notice here set animation speed. I can increase or decrease, and you'll notice how my welcome kind of moves and then it stops when it builds. So I can go back and say, okay, I want my welcome to continue kind of moving as my text builds. And you'll notice that at the end of my example animation, I have a little drawing. You could use the drawing tools. You can add anything you want. Make it cool. Make it awesome. You can say, okay, at the end here, I want my text to be gone. I'm going to hide my onion skinning. I want my text to be gone. And then I want to say, I'm going to draw, again, a sunset. Right? Obviously, yours is going to be way cooler than mine. Welcome to Greece. It's really too quick, and I need more frame rates. I can change color. I can change size. Again, have fun with it. You need to refer back to these. Your text needs to build. Use a cool greeting. Use a relevant background image. It's going to be awesome. Have fun.